So, how does someone with a creative idea, or how can someone with a creative idea come up with a plan or strategy to kind of turn that from just an idea into a business? And what are kind of three general things that should be included in their kind of strategy?
Um, hmm.
Kind of a long-winded question.
Yeah. No, but that's a good question. How does someone with a creative idea come up with a plan or strategy? Just pretty much like, let's see, how can I put this? One, you want to if you're trying to start a business, try to think of something like I said earlier, something that's going to solve a problem. Like
Mhm.
try to solve a problem or help somebody. Like whether it be like get more customers, uh, uh, you know, produce winter coats for the winter or whatever, something that solves some type of a
Yeah.
problem. And then figure out who your audience is. It's pretty much like the same steps as I explained, like with the content creation part. So you want to, come up with a product or a service that's going to solve a problem, figure out who needs it, and then figure out how to connect with those particular people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then once you do that, you have to try to just kind of retain those people. Most of your business is going to come off your like the 80-20 rule. 80% of your business come from 20% of your people. So you
Hmm.
want to always retain. You want to definitely retain the business that you keep, guys. Like, don't just have people buy stuff from you one time and be like, okay, I got their money, they're good. And that's one good thing about like email marketing. I'm a big proponent on email marketing. That's why it's one of the services that I offer.
Yeah.
Email marketing is good, and I'm sure you're a part of a whole lot of email lists. Like I am. I get like a shit ton of emails, like at 3 o'clock in the morning, because I'm a part of so many email lists. But that's how you retain your people, guys. Like they buy something from you, cool, but always keep them in the loop. Like we have more stuff to buy, or not even like don't always pressing them to buy stuff from you, but like just send them information. Like for instance, with my sports training, um, part of my emails are just like, remember, guys, it's recommended that you get 30 minutes of activity a day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to
Yeah.
sell anything. I'm just connecting with the people that I've already have come in contact with, and I'm
Hmm.
trying to, either build stronger relationships with the people who our relationships are okay, or maintain the relationships with the people that we have good relationships, to have them to keep coming. And then like the coder guys, that the coder leads on your list or whatever, that they may have never bought anything from you before, but they subscribe to your list. They subscribe to your list for something, like you provide some sort of value.
Hmm.
So keep those people in contact, so then eventually you're going to wear on them. Like, okay, I've been a part of this guy's email list for like a year. Like he has a lot of good content. Like he has a book, he has blogs. Like he knows what he's doing. Let me go and see how he can help me solve a problem.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was great there. I'm a big fan of email marketing as well. I think a lot of people say it's quote dead, but I think it's honestly like one of the most steady ways of
Yeah.
marketing because you have complete control
You have
over
complete
that.
control. Yeah, I
Hmm.
think I actually think it's the best, dude, because
Hmm.
like you said, you have complete control. And think about it, like unless a person like changes their email, like you have contact with them pretty much for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been on email list for like 5 years, like
Hmm.
like 7 years, and sometimes I see them come through, and I'm like, dude, why the hell am I even still a part of this email list? But like I don't unsubscribe, because like I subscribe for a reason. Like the information that they're providing is useful. Like the important thing about email marketing is like the subject line. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like you got to have a hell of a subject line to make people like open your email. You don't want like basic, like for instance, like we have a restaurant out here, a seafood restaurant called like Red Lobster or whatever. So like every so often they'll send like, hey, we have discounts on lunch, 10% off, whatever. I'm like, that don't really move the needle or whatever.
Yeah.
But now if you see an email subject from somebody like a marketer that says like, here's the template of how I made $30,000 in one day. You're gonna open that, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh damn,
Uh-huh.
$30,000 in one day. Like, what you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, email marketing, like, I people say it's dead because it's just like more, it's more crowded. The space is more crowded,
Mhm.
but you can meander your way around, dude. It's just all about creativity. It's all
Yeah,
about creativity and just knowing how to communicate with the people that you're looking to get in contact with.
yeah, for sure. You made some great points there, and I think you said the subject line is very important because I mean, if they don't open the email, well, yeah, that
Yeah,
really,
it just falls on deaf ears. If they don't open the
yeah,
email, like I mean, but then even then, like I said, the worst case scenario is you still have somebody on your email list, and you still have somebody you can send stuff to. So, it is what it is.
yeah, for sure.